Good afternoon, everyone. I am Jack Hutter here with VUTV Weather Update. The weather headlines for today: we have a weather impact day tomorrow evening from 6 p.m. through midnight. That comes with some strong storms likely. Very large hail and winds are the main threats for this storm. Not as much tornadoes, and a weekend cool down. The current radar, there's not much going on. Just some scattered scattered rain up to the northeast of Valpo, not really causing any large issues, maybe a couple of raindrops here and there. The current temps and conditions, nothing out of Valpo, but it's about 68 in the surrounding area, 66 in Knox, 64 in Michigan City, and closer to the lake, a little bit cooler. And then out towards the west of Valpo, into the 70s in some of the Chicagoland area, Joliet, Peru, Pontiac, things like that. So it is nice everywhere, and we like those conditions. There's sun everywhere. It's a great March day. Enjoy this March day. The wind speeds currently, again, not getting anything from our Valparaiso station, but we are getting stuff from the surrounding area, probably 15 miles an hour from the south is what we're looking at, and that kind of is everywhere. A little bit windier to the west of Valpo into DeKalb, 22-mile-an-hour winds still coming from the south, and that's common with the warm temperatures that we are seeing. The temperature forecast for the next 12 hours, nice 67 degrees at 5, does drop down to 60 by 8, and then overnight really only into the mid-50s, which is still warm for this time of year, and starts to bounce back up by 8 a.m., and we'll see some warm temperatures for tomorrow morning. This is the main threat for us, the severe weather outlook. We are in the number 3 severe weather threat. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are right in the middle at 3, 2 to the north of Valpo, but for the Valpo region into Chicago, maybe not that north side of Chicago, but into the other areas of Chicago, it's going to be that severe weather level 3 threat. And we continue now to look at what are you going to get with that threat. So this should say it's Thursday, severe threats, not Friday. Talked about that enhanced risk, and this is what comes with it. Low chance of tornadoes, and we're still really watching the enhanced risk of large hail. This is our main threat. Also the enhanced risk of high winds. Not saying that there will not be a tornado. There's a chance there could. Probably won't be higher than an EF2 rated tornado, so not an extremely strong tornado if there is one. But those main threats, very large hail, very high winds, smart to be just kind of indoors for any of that. Really don't go outside tomorrow night, starting at about 6 p.m., maybe some rain a little earlier, but really that 6 p.m. window all the way to midnight, looking at 1 to 2 rounds of storms right now, with that first one being a little bit stronger. Future radar, like I said, this is tonight at 10 p.m. Have a little bit of rain to the south. This might stretch up into Valpo, 57 degrees. Not really too concerned about this at all as we continue into the night. This is Thursday at 7 a.m. Told you it was going to be warm, and it is 52 in Valpo at 7 a.m. and it's going to get warmer throughout the morning. Our key thing to look at now here, 75 in Valpo. I don't think it's going to get that warm. I think it's going to be closer to 70 degrees, but in Gary, Michigan City, Chicago, 43 in Gary. The lake is cold, 35 degrees about right now, and that is causing temperatures along the lake to stay a lot cooler than they normally would be. So that's why you see 43 in Gary, 75 in Valpo, probably a little bit closer to 70. This is Thursday at 2 p.m., and this is right before that first round of storms come in, and this is what it is. Thursday, 6 p.m., this is our first round. This is our really worrisome round. This is the one that could bring that large hail winds and potentially a tornado, though a low chance. And you can just see purples. You don't like to see those on the radar, but these are some strong storms, and I expect these to come through, make their round. Now it's a lot cooler in Valpo, 55. The minute those storms arrive, temperatures drop. A really strong cold front moving through the area. And then here's our second round of storms. These expect to be much weaker, only 45 in Valpo. As that temperature drops, those storms just don't tend to be as strong. And this is at 11 p.m. on Thursday, close to midnight, when it will really all be over. And then we go into Friday morning, and it is 34 degrees from 70 to 34, just like that, strong cold front. That's what happens when you get a strong cold front. With all that being said, looking ahead, 52 tonight, partly cloudy, winds south 10 to 20 miles per hour. No really rain in the forecast for tonight. And then tomorrow, high is 68 around noon. And then once those storms start to approach, the temperatures will start to drop good 80% chance of rain. It'll be sunny in the morning, so a really nice morning, but you get those evening storms around the 6 p.m. to midnight is that 6-hour range that I really think is when the storms will be the strongest and when they'll move through the most. 7-day forecast, 68, high impact day, low of 30, so it gets relatively cold there after the storms. Warm, storms late, drop the temperatures, and then that causes your Friday 36 degrees, partly cloudy. It's going to be cold. Saturday, we get back to a bounce up, 48 degrees and very sunny for your Saturday on Sunday. High of 60 degrees, a little bit cloudier than it was Saturday, but now you're again jumping up in the temperature. Monday, high of 70. Tuesday, high of 67, and that's our next chance for rain. Next Tuesday, maybe some scattered showers, and a high of 73 in a week as we look for some potential scattered thunderstorms, and we'll